Hello everyone, I'm the Connoisseur, and welcome to my review on the 16th episode of the 8th season of My Little Pony Friendship is Magic, also known as Friendship University. And yeah, I got a haircut, shaved, still sitting down, still doing this quick review. And this episode was average, it was pretty enjoyable. It was entertaining, I'll say that. The moral was really good. Animation, nothing so special, but whatever, it's still as good as it is, and it's definitely improved, obviously, if you compare it to previous seasons. And the way that the story flows through is actually pretty good as well. It doesn't seem so rushed. I didn't feel like it was, at least. The episode is actually a Twilight and Rarity episode, which is a nice combination of characters. We haven't really seen these two have their own episode in quite some time. And basically, it starts off with Star Swirl relaying information via postcard to Twilight about how, despite it being 1,000 years, and him thinking that maybe he's known everything by now, especially about friendship, there's still a lot to learn. And we get to see a nice cameo from Treehugger and the experiences that he's had while traveling through Equestria, so that's also just continuity to the end of season 7. And Twilight and Rarity are talking about this, and Rarity is talking about how she ordered some sewing machines, and once these boxes come in to their office, Twilight receives these papers basically promoting this Friendship University that exists now in Las Pegasus. And, word gets out, obviously, to every pony in the School of Friendship, especially, we see the new 6 have their own little segment where they talk about it and saying how they might want to go. And this Friendship University is, from the get-go, they're promoting that, we can teach you friendship in half the time, and obviously that sounds very fishy, so Rarity and Twilight decide to investigate by going to Las Pegasus and visiting the school. And, hey, guess what? I see 2 podiums over there. I wonder, what characters in this show come in pairs? Maybe it's Big Mac and Applejack running the school. No, of course, it's Flim and Flam, as always, because it's Las Pegasus, and the last time we've seen them was in Las Pegasus, so of course they're running this whole, shindig and promoting the school via song, which I gotta say, Flim and Flam's songs are pretty darn catchy, and I do like them a lot. There's a lot of work I can tell put into, writing these songs, given their personality and, how they talk quickly at times, and then it transitions to slower segments. Overall, great song. And they reveal to Twilight that Star Swirl is actually attending the school and studying, lessons of friendship that Flim and Flam are offering. And once I saw this, obviously I'm thinking, okay, so they're obviously using Star Swirl's presence as a means for students to attend the school, or, just regular pony folk. And I have to say also, when the song ended, I was thinking, how is this school approved by the EEA? And thank God the writers realized this, and they included Chancellor Nasei, who basically said that because this school is following the EEA's guidelines, and because the school is a pony first school. Now, he didn't say pony only, he said pony first, but it's very obvious that Chancellor Nasei is, I gotta admit, a little racist. He really does not believe that other creatures should learn any lessons of friendship because it will be used as a weapon against all of Equestria, which I can't, fully dismiss, I can't fully disagree with, because of creatures like T-Rex who, steal magic, and, friendship is magic, and, that's how Hearthwarming Eve is, one of the big moments in pony history about how the 3, races of ponies unified over friendship and the bond that they had as just ponies or whatever. So, we've had villains, and even, the changelings. They, feed off of love, friendship, love is a kind of bond of friendship, you know what I mean? So basically, Chancellor Nasei just comes in and gives Flim and Flam full approval over the school because he's kind of biased and, racist in this way, I don't know. So Twilight and Rarity disguise, and of course, Rarity's disguise is well crafted, whereas Twilight's isn't really that good at all. I mean, how does this pony not know that there's an alicorn who's purple standing in front of you? I don't know. Nonetheless, Rarity, of course, camouflages really well and starts going into these classes, and, I don't know if it was Flim or Flam, but they asked the class, questions having to do with the elements of harmony, And to give an example of it, and Rarity, does this by basically tending to Flim or Flam's needs in the classroom, and Twilight gets caught actually snooping in Flim and Flam's office, where they kind of blackmail her into, dropping this whole investigation, or else the photo that they took of her snooping around will go out and everybody in Equestria will hear about it and ruin her reputation. So Twilight, contemplates actually leaving the school, whereas Rarity tells Twilight that, she has to stick to her guns about this because this is her personality and that's who she is, and kind of, sets her back on the right track, and they continue the investigation. At this point, Rarity explains that while getting into the school is free, all these ponies are paying for worksheets, and that Flim and Flam supposedly say that the extra money goes towards the school, and, that they're selling all these worksheets to the ponies so that they can move up in the school, move up in levels. And we get a scene where Flim and Flam basically guilt trip this pony into offering anything that he can, and mentioning that, oh, you want to study alongside Star Swirl? Well, then you better pay up, basically, because Star Swirl is a legendary figure and has legendary status in Equestria, so since he's at our school, they're trying to guilt trip them into, giving away any money or any valuables that they can, and that's the scam. So Rarity and Twilight investigate further, and Twilight uncovers a secret in their office that leads to an area filled with bits, and Flim and Flam explaining that they want to use all the excess money to expand their resort, which, gotta say, continuity to the resort, I like that. And Twilight catches them in the act, and secretly Rarity and Star Swirl are hidden in the background listening to this whole conversation. And once Twilight and Flim have this kind of back and forth where, Flim and Flam say, now we both have something on each other, so let's just drop it, Twilight says no, reveals Rarity and Star Swirl basically tells Flim and Flam off, and, they close down the school, they give the bits back to all of the students, and, the episode pretty much ends with Star Swirl telling all the ponies that now want to still learn friendship that they can attend Twilight's School of Friendship, and, it ends off with yet another kind of postcard from Star Swirl, and that's really it. This episode was, I gotta say, it was alright. I mean, Chancellor Naysay, I can't say like, oh, he's a bad character because he's racist, I don't like him because of his personality, he's very dismissive and he's not giving Twilight a chance. I mean, that's a good reason to dislike him, but I don't hate him as a character. He's obviously an antagonist, what do you expect? He's the kind of character who, you're not rooting for, and you want him to change, and you want him to realize that, teaching other creatures friendship can lead to actually allies and not enemies, and, that's kind of like a side goal that I don't think Twilight really wants. It's not something that, I don't know if she's thinking, but it's something that is a possibility that it can create allies. That's why we had the new 6 come to the School of Friendship, and why in the Season 8 premiere they were brought along by what is sort of leader figures of their associated race, King Thorax bringing Ocellus, and, Queen Nova didn't bring, Silverstream, but the point is that they were chaperoned by important figures in their own society. And that's kind of a subtle way of saying, hey, we're going to teach your race friendship, and hopefully when we're in danger, you can have our back and we can have your back. It's kind of like the friendship equivalent of military allies, and, thinking of it like that is very interesting, honestly. It's a really good point of discussion. But I'm getting, getting sidetracked. The episode was pretty good. I liked it less than the Heartwarming Club, but it wasn't bad. It was alright, and that's really about it. So please, share your thoughts below. Once again, I am the Connoisseur. Thank you for your time. Thank you for putting up with me, doing this more casual style of review. I like having the audio quality sound better because the microphone is closer, and I think that this will work. So once again, thank you. Share your thoughts below, subscribe, do whatever you'd like, and I'll see you in the next review.